Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday out there. And I just want to begin to read this one this Beatitude that says, God blesses those who whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. So I feel like many times we we don't see God when we want to because we're filled with not pure hearts. We're trying to look for something we can't see because our hearts aren't pure. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't go to God without pure heart but I'm saying that we should go up to God first, dealing with our pure hearts. Lord, give me a pure heart to see you. Lord, clear out and just begin to tell the Lord and God, like, why your hearts ain't pure. Lord, I my hearts aren't pure because I did this. Lord, it's because of this. Lord, I just haven't had a relationship with you in a while. So begin to do a work inside me. But Lord, give me the strength to do the work, because I don't want, like, we shouldn't ask God to do all the work. We should be the ones that takes the first step and says, Lord, I'm taking the first step. Meet me. Show me the ways. Show me how to love somebody. Show me how to clear out my heart to have a pure heart so I can see you. Right now, God, I can't see you at all. Or maybe, God, I see you, but it's a blur and I just need my heart to be pure. And so I don't know why your heart is not pure. I don't know if it's because of things you did, because you haven't had a relationship. So, but God says God blesses those ones that are pure, for they will see Him. So, and I feel like so many times that when people first read this is that they freak out saying, "Oh, I can't see God because my heart ain't pure." No, what He's saying, I feel like, is He's saying, come up to me with your not so pure heart, and just repent. Just tell me why your heart ain't pure. Then, as you begin to do that, as you begin to have a relationship with Him, He will begin to show Himself. You will not. He won't begin to show Himself. You will begin to see Him in all the amazing work. For example, God's all around us right now. Like we choose not to see Him. Our hearts are so fulfilled with the worldly things that we don't get. But if we just begin and take a moment, just in a quiet place, like just right now, let's all take a moment, just listen around. Right now, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but I hear the birds outside. Lord, that's the Lord doing an amazing job. But begin to just sit in the quiet moment and let's see what else we could hear that the Lord's working on so we could see Him. I also hear people driving by on the roads, and so so many, like the birds, the people driving by, the fly that's in my window that is kind of driving me nuts. All those are God, and you may be asking yourself, how could everyday things like birds, people driving by, and even a fly in your room be part of God? See, God created us. God created flies, and God created people, like the birds. So if 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 you begin to just listen, let's start out with the birds. The God placed those birds on here to take care of the insects, to be a joy. And if you really think about it, how complex did God design animals, design us, design things so well that we don't take, like, we don't even take a second to think about it. So like you could just see God's beauty, God's nature, just in the birds flying, the birds eating, the birds, yes, even the birds that like to sit above the tree branches where you park your cars. As much as we all hate that, like that's part of God's word. That's part of God. He's not trying to be rude to your car and destroy your car, but he's just, God created that beauty, that beautiful thing, like birds flying around, having a blast. And many times I think that we aren't like birds. Birds are like free nature. They do what they want. They look so in peace. They don't care. And I feel like that's our problem in the world is we don't have enough pure hearts to be free range. Well, free range. I mean, free. Just be that freedom where we don't care about what other people think. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't care. I'm saying that we're, especially in today's culture, we're stuck in the time, like stuck and fed up with what people are doing, what people are thinking, what people are saying. And many times I feel like we should be a bird just flying around, eating the seeds. And I know that it may sound crazy right now, but that's how I picture how God wanted us to live our life, is just to be like open-minded, not caring, basically. But then also like for his instance, how is hearing the cars drive by? So God gave us the ability to speak. God gave us the ability to drive. So and God blesses us every single day. We hop in our vehicles, that we don't get into a car accident, that we come home safe to our families. And there's many times that people that do get in their cars, we all have that possibility of not coming back to our loved ones, to our families. And so just God's doing work as we're driving our cars, just to protect us and protect the ones that we're maybe riding with, that we may be driving with, and even the people that we're riding next to. It's a whole lot of very complex things, and if we really think about it, it's our choice, it's our decisions, and we have to very, very well respect and understand the laws of the roads. But at the same time, there's going to be this world's just not the best, and we all know it. Just take a look around. But God, if you actually believe, God protects us when driving. God watches over us. Because how many times, let's face it, that you probably almost got into a car accident, either your fault or a person just cuts you off. How many times that you had a moment like that where you're like, I don't know how I just saved this. I don't know what I did, or how that person managed to save from getting into a big collision with me. That's God's work right there. That's God's beauty. And then lastly, the fly was in my window, buzzing around.